It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Phoenix Suns as they go up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And guys, before he got hurt last year, we saw vintage Chris Bosh. He became a bigger focus without LeBron. We got a reminder of just how dominant he can be, Shaq.
Yeah, he got back to scoring over 20 a game for the first time since leaving Toronto. He provides an offensive presence inside and out. I just hope he's healthy to play the whole season this year.
Yeah, he was very efficient, shooting 46% from the floor. His ability to take you outside if you're a four. And then we saw his post game again, Ernie. We hadn't seen that since Toronto, and like Shaq said, but we saw it again. Great season last year before the injury.
That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with the call, and we will see you later.
At the small forward position, at 6'9" number 9, Luol Deng. At the point guard position, at 6'3", number 7, Goran Dragic. Center at 7'0", number 21, Hassan Whiteside. And number 3, Wayne. Eric Spoelstra is your head coach.
And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt. Alex Len out there with Warren. And it's Booker in at the 3 slot. And stolen by Booker. And now the Suns, a fast break. Here's Bledsoe. And it's Dragic with the foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Now off the inbound, and Bledsoe with the lay-ins. Bledsoe's got the first points of the night for Phoenix.
And they get the first bucket.
And they'll hope that sets the tone at the offensive end going forward. It doesn't always work out that way, but better to start fast than not. Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark. And guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA combo guard. He has the length and quickness to guard ones and twos, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition as well as the half court.
Now Bledsoe following the miss by Hassan Whiteside from deep. That's good. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Back to Deng. 5 on the clock. And again, unable to change momentum here. Greg was talking about Brandon Knight. He'd really improved his shooting percentages before the midseason trade last year. And that was one of the bigger weaknesses, Clark, earlier in his career.
Yeah, not only was his shot going down more, it looked better. It was better mechanically. But now, to take the next step, he has to cut down the turnovers.
And again, it's the Heat missing.
Not looking good for him so far. 4 straight misses to start the game.
Len, good.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Well, one thing that you can always say about Dwayne Wade is that he is at his best when the game is on the line. He truly lives for the big moments.
He does. And Wade has been in so many of those big moments over the course of his career. 5 trips to the NBA Finals, and he really does thrive under pressure.
And for Wade, when it comes to being clutch, a lot of it is experience. I mean, it's not just during the playoffs. He knows when to step up in the fourth quarter during the regular season. Very productive in the fourth quarter from a scoring standpoint.
Wade averaged 7 points in the fourth quarter of last season. That was 3rd most in the NBA. A big part of it is how he can create his own shot. When the game is on the line, you want him on the floor with the ball in hand.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
The finish finishes the break with a slam.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Richardson, he's checked in for Miami.
Josh Richardson.
Warren, the pass to Len. Booker in the post. He's covered by Deng. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
The heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Bledsoe with now guarded by Dragic. Len with a screen on Dragic. Len kicks to Booker. Suns moving the ball around. Knight wide open. No good on the triple. The Heat trail by 5. Phoenix had a season of heartbreak last year. So many losses for them on last-second shots. Late-game losses, Greg, buzzer beaters.
Yeah, it's sad if you're a Phoenix fan. How many times this team lost at the buzzer? Just close games in general. Of their 42 losses, how about 18 were by 5 points or less?
Here's Whiteside. Rips down the breakaway slam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
The Heat have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Outside Bosch. Outside Deng. Beyond the arc. That's good.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get back within striking distance. Really a solid comeback effort here.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too, but he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit, but still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And, you know, getting back to Luol Deng, he wasn't entirely pleased with his new role. He's been a knockdown mid-range shooter throughout his career, but last year he was asked to shoot corner threes and volume, and that's not his game.
A different look for Miami. Amar'e Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. And Winslow subbed in for Luol Deng. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Lewis checked in for Len. Mirza Teletovic comes in for T.J. Warren. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Knight. And Ronnie Price has subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. It's tipped. Here's Dragic. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And back to Luol Deng. I mean, he started last season pretty strong. I mean, Deng was actually healthier than LeBron at the beginning of the year. But the tables turned around midseason. Deng became hobbled with that knee, and LeBron returned to his old dominant self.
Now, Booker, after Justice Winslow missing on that last three-pointer. Offensive rebound, Lure off with the layup. Miami trailing. To the paint, here's Johnson, and it's all evened up. Johnson's got his first basket of the night.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Price dishes to Teletovic. Price with a screen on Johnson. And Tucker kicks to Price. Feeds it to Lure. Wants to get it to Booker and does. And the shot is good.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Stoudemire, and another basket for Miami.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And the pass to Teletovic. That's good, and it's Price with the assist.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Dragic. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. The Suns on top. They lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Suns?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
On the court for the Suns, Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt. John Lewis out there with Chandler, and it's Tucker in at the small forward.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
As you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Riley Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
That free throw, no good.
You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust. But, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career. You know, that shows you also when you draft guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players.
Chandler was a bit of a late bloomer, but you can't argue with his presence on the floor now.
Well, he won a title and embodies what you need to do in order to win titles. I mean, Chandler makes all the difference on defense, and that's why teams will just still want him even late in his career.
Phoenix leading by 3. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And the shot is good.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Danger.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability too.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And on the topic of Brandon Knight, you have to wonder why he's been traded around so much. I mean, it wasn't due to a slow start because he made the All-NBA rookie first team. He's smart, has a strong work ethic, proved himself to be a clutch shooter in college, the kind of guy you normally wouldn't think about dealing for someone else.
And Miami making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action.
You know, talking about Brandon Knight, part of the reason he's been traded so often is because teams are offering great prospects in return. Detroit dealt him for Brandon Jennings, and Milwaukee dealt him for Michael Carter-Williams.
Good. Bosh has got 4 this quarter.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Pass to Warren. Chandler with the screen on deck. Knight in the corner. All alone. The offensive rebound.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Bosh, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Bledsoe kicks to Chandler. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Suns lead by 3.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Here's Richardson. After the made shot from Tyson Chandler. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Bosh. That's short off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Richardson against Knight. Stolen by Wade. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Dang with the ball. That's good. Tang's got his second basket of the night.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Dwayne Wade continues Clark to change his game as he gets older. I admire the way guys can do that. Their head says one thing, but their body kind of tells them another.
And you have to give in to your body as you age, that's for sure. Used to attack the rim all the time. Now it's mid-range jumper heavy.
Phoenix calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
A different look for Miami. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Bosch. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for the Suns. Booker comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Teletovic, back tonight. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Knight's got 7 now in this quarter.
And for Wade and his change in style, I really felt it was a necessity. Guys his age can't continue to hit the floor as often as he's used to and expect to make it all the way through the season.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And, you know, in general, back to Wade now. All the greats evolve and add to their games as their careers move forward. The best way to stay relevant in the NBA is by adding to your game and honing your skills. Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals, but he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
Lonnie Price is checked in for the Suns. And he can't hit the second. And gee, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. It's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
Free throw, good, Booker.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning-quick release on his jump shot.
Stoudemire's checked in for Miami. Now here's Johnson. Wade kicks to Johnson. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And with Booker, you know, who is a Kentucky guy, he's a sharpshooter. Greg, you're talking about that. His dad actually played at the University of Missouri. He was a pretty good shooter. Clark, this Booker has a pretty good frame to work with, and I think that's going to serve him well in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like his size. I like his stroke. I like his toughness. I think he's going to be better defensively than people think. He's got a lot of good stuff in his game already.
Lewis checked in for the Suns. P.J. Tucker comes in for Warren. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it, but credit, you know, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
The 17-footer. Can't get it to go. The Heat go the other way with it.
And, you know, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance.
Now, here's Dragic. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson can't get it to go. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Price with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Here's Sin, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of the game. Dragic against Price. Winslow kicks to Dragic. And another basket for Miami.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Suns lead by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with Brandon Knight. And Brandon, how do you break down this game so far and what you guys need to do in the second half?
We're moving the ball really well right now and, really finding an open man. So, I got to congratulate my team in the first half just on, moving the ball and really playing unselfish. But the main thing is getting stops, and it's going to come down to getting stops to win this game.
All good things to sustain for the second half, Brandon. Thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
One advantage has been their stellar rebounding. I mean, they're putting bodies on people, competing for the ball. It's simple, really. The team with more possessions has more opportunities to score. Wow.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the three, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the three ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Give it up for your Heat.
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You know Eric Bledsoe has been exceptional here, guys.
We talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
Suns leading. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Deng and Bosh, your small and power forwards. And it's Whiteside in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
I tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
The Suns shooting well, 50% from the floor. They double-team Bledsoe. Here's Booker. And it's off from three-point range. The Heat shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. And he gets it to go. And that's now 7 points for Luol Deng. Talking about Luol Deng, his consistency year to year has been outstanding. Over 11 seasons, Greg, if you look at his averages across every category, they're remarkably similar.
And here's a guy who can score from anywhere. Great mid-range game, makes plays for his teammates, rebounds at both ends. He is versatile and bankable.
Bledsoe left side. He kicks to Knight. Len sets a screen for Knight. And there's the feed to Len. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. And it's 6 points for Alex Len.
finally they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
What a season for Alex Len last year. Came in looking to find a spot for the team, and he made huge jumps in his game.
And I think it correlated with his minutes going up as well. I mean, played a lot more minutes, and he's a very complete big guy with the added minutes. The production has gone up as expected.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And, you can expect young big men to improve over time, but I didn't think anyone expected Len to jump ahead so fast.
And here are the Heat now. It's a 1-point game. Dragic kicks to Wade. Outside Bosch. Back to Wade. From past the arc. And it's Eric Bledsoe with the rebound.
And a final remark, guys, on Len. I mean, his defense was the big benefactor. I mean, he was a force in the paint and developed into a really solid rim protector.
Now here's Wade. 6 points for him, and that one's good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Timeout called, the Suns. Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Richardson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Knight passes to Len. He used that pick to get in close. Len's got 8.
Guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. They only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Booker. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Chandler dishes to Bledsoe. From the top of the key, he buries it. Bledsoe's got 9.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Deng kicks to Dragic. Pulls up. And the jumper falls for him. Dragic has got the lead. Back up to 3 now for Miami.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Josh McRoberts has checked in for the Heat.
Josh McRoberts.
Bledsoe passes to Warren. To the middle. Poked away. Richardson with it. Outside Deng. He tries for 3. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. And the Suns making a change here. Lewis checked in. Suns trail by 3. Bledsoe outside. Here's Knight. Rebound by the Heat.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Richardson, no luck.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Pass to Lewis. Shoots from 14. Bledsoe outside. It's good. This game is all even. Bledsoe's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Deng dishes to Whiteside. He feeds it to McRoberts. Puts it up. It's good from the top of the key. McRoberts has got his first points in this one. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Miami's gotten blanked from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Deng kicks to Whiteside. On the wing, Deng. 9 points in the game so far. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Warren. Warren's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Inside, changes up. And it's Deng with the rebound.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
6-second difference between shot and gameplay. To the inside, here's Lure. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he was. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. They get it back. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. And as usual, he's the one directing traffic out there, guys.
And guys, he always has such a firm grasp of exactly what the game plan is. He's always talking, making sure that all 5 guys are on the same page.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? It's the Heat, up by 6. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. Here's Dragic. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. We've got Mirza Teletovic. Price is out there with Booker. Then there's Len, and it's Tucker in at the 3. And that one's good. Price has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for Phoenix. The Heat leading by 4. Now here's Winslow. Right side Bosch. Johnson outside. Wade for 3, and he gets the bucket.
And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
Suns trail by 7. Len, a screen. Here's Booker. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And it's Wade penetrating. Goes back up. The kick out to Dragic. Bosch, he's open. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Well, Phoenix shooting 43% from the field. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Snatched up, and he gets it to go.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And just a solid start to the season for Teletovic last year. I mean, unfortunately, it came to a close prematurely as he was battling blood clots.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Thanks again, Doris. No good from Bosch. Well, for Teletovic, he got the clots in early December, and Clark, fortunately, he made a full recovery.
Yeah, good to see him back. You know, Bosch's blood clot battle was more publicized due to his stardom, but Teletovic went through the same thing. It's a real threat to an athlete, and hopefully it's well behind him and he doesn't have to run that race anymore.
Knight kicks to Teletovic. There's the dish to Bledsoe. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
And Miami making a change here. Deng's checked in, and Phoenix also making a switch. Warren's checked in.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
The Heat leading by 5. Wade outside. He dishes it to Bosch. Kicks to Dragic. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Suns. Warren's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Booker the pass to Bledsoe. And the foul on Dwayne Wade.
That's his first personal foul.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. It's stolen by Deng.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Suns trail by 5. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
By himself, the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
That couldn't have gone better for him. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish it off in style, and I like that type of aggressiveness.
And I got to say it, Clark, I didn't expect them to play it that way. I mean, a great steal, and then to put the pedal to the metal.
And the Suns call time.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, in that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. He told Len that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Guys, they're operating under the principle that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris.
He's their go-to guy. When he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Suns trail by 9.
Inside 2 minutes.
Knight into the lane.
You look at what Brandon Knight has done so far. 9 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
And he's conscious, I think, Clark, of good ball movements. It needs to be a part of their game plan throughout.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Heat.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Stolen by Bledsoe. An even 3-on-3 break. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down in the basket from Len.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Wade dishes to Dragic. To the paint. And it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by Dragic. Dragic has got his 6th assist on the night. Phoenix calls timeout. They're losing by 8. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. 2:30 left in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe with him. He's picked up by Whiteside, and he gets the bucket. 12 points for Alex Len.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Heat moving the ball around. Outside down. We've got 1:08 left in the game. This is to Wade. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Dragic from outside. It's hauled in by Warren. For Phoenix, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Booker. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Outside Dang. Wade outside. Back to Dang.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Phoenix calls timeout. They trail by 5. 35 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
They need to get a quick bucket here. If there's more than 24 seconds left afterwards, they can try for a stop. If there's less, they'll have to foul.
Tied for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his second personal foul. Dwayne Wade. 2.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game.
The free throws go down and the lead goes up.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're losing by 7. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
And an intentional foul right there.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Nope, this one is sealed and delivered.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Wade kicks to Dang. Back to Wade. Pass to Dragic. Fires the 3. Can't hit. And so it's Miami winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds clock.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Joe, congratulations on this win. This was a game where we saw plenty of great sequences, some nice runs put together. What changes for the team out on the floor when you guys start rolling like we witnessed here tonight?
We just picked up our energy and effort. We was able to get some stops, got out in transition, started making a few shots, and it just kind of got contagious.
Well, this was fun for us to watch, Joe. Thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Chris Bosh came to play tonight, guys, and that's a frightening prospect for an opposing team. Because when you got a big who can score from anywhere like Bosh can, it doesn't take much to get him on a serious roll. Makes it easy to see why he's an all-star over and over again, year in and year out.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.